Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Inside the broadcast, Andrew Brown here, and happy to be with you. There we go. My sound did pick on right there. It's game two coming on up between Waverly Shell Rock and Decorah. And here we go as this game brought to you by Insolites at insolites.com. The LED insulated light that you can see from up to half a mile or more away. Guys, it truly is simple. You can go onto almost any type of post out there, run the wire right on through it, and voila, it's that easy. It goes with any post, and it goes with the pulse of the fence. And I do mean the pulse of the fence. So if there is no light flashing, there is no pulse. So you can help identify that from the comforts of your vehicle, nay, your own home. You can do that as simple as can be. All you got to do is check them out at insolites.com. Let's take a look at the lineups here, starting with the host, Waverly Shell Rock Go Hawks. And a little similar here, it includes Jack Wiedemeyer, the shortstop, followed by Garrick Tibbetts in center field, Jack Elsamiller in center, followed by the cleanup man in Ryan Cash. He'll be at third here for today's contest. And then, of course, it goes Sedgwick, Harris, Armstrong, and Perkle is on up. We're going to go ahead and make sure that is the setup lineup. That looked like the game one set. And here is the game two set here. Wiedemeyer, Tibbetts, Elsamiller not changing here, 1, 2, 3. Ryan Cash does go to third. Severson will be in right field. Hedge Sedgwick will be back at first. Grady Harris will be in left. Ross Armstrong will be the DH for the pitcher in today's contest, as Carter Perkle will be back at second. And meanwhile, the lineup here for the visiting Decorah Vikings looks like this. Gus Pohl will be the pitcher. He'll be leading off, followed by Gavin Knutson in center field. Kason Taylor will be at third at the hot corner. He'll be manning the hot corner, followed by the cleanup man and Ethan Kennan at first base. The DH, Rex LaFrentz, will be in the number 5 hole, and followed by Lucas Weimer, in at second base. Grant Knutson in left. Elliot Berlin will come in, and he'll be in right field. And the final in the lineup spot will be Logan Kennan. He'll be in at short for today's contest. So again, as you take a look at this, we have quite a game in store again, as we have Schmidt on the mound here for Waverly Shell Rock, who now is 14-12. And I got to say, for Waverly Shell Rock, it just looks different when you go from 19 wins to 20. But it was all just a matter of when they'd get their 20th, and it happened to be here in game one. Game two is just moments away here. We've got that coming on up, and we'll give it to all, and of course, your trivia question answer coming on up.
Hey guys, a lot of ways out there in baseball to improve your game, because it's all about improvement, right? And one of the ways you want to do that is improving your swing. One of the ways to help improve your swing, the batting donut. A trusted weight since 2022, comes in 9 and 16 ounce varieties. This covered in durable non-scratch silicone helped to protect your bat. It comes in a signature pink, blue, or chocolate frosting. Is a great way to pay homage to a wonderful breakfast treat while helping to strengthen, home in, and zero in on your perfect swing. So don't leave it to chance. Go out there, have some fun, and get the batting donut today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set and ready. Game two follows a game one in which the Go Hawks, they went out to a 6-0 lead, and they rode that to a 6-3 win for their 20th win of the 2026 season. And now they get the chance to try and capture win number 21. Meanwhile, the Vikings looking for win number 15, and it starts right off the bat. Schmitz gets strike one on the swing through there. So the 0-1 and now the delivery. That one too far out here for ball one. To Gary Schmidt on the mound, the freshman. Just as a trio of strikeouts through 3 innings. Team's just hitting 154, so it hasn't had a ton of varsity experience. But again, when you get into a week in which you have, I believe, somewhere between 8 games, 7-8 games scheduled on the docket, that one gets sent out there into left field, and that will be how we start things right away. Last time up, Pohl with a first pitch fly out. This time he gets onto the base paths here. So the first hit for either team comes in the first batter of the game, and it puts a runner on first as Gavin Knutson steps on up. He was 1 for 3 in game 1 and has a chance again. This is a team over 90 stolen bases. Excuse me, as this is a program that has shown the propensity year in and year out. Again, it's more of a Decorah, more of a younger team this year than we've seen in the past. And here's the 1-0. That one's set high, and that one's playable. And coming on at from second, Perkle, nearly having to contort his body to get that one. But again, he finds it in his glove here for out number 1. And so Knutson with a pop out here will bring up Tyler Kaysen to the plate, or Kaysen Tyler. Tyler was 0 for 1 in game 1, but walked twice. So he has again, he's playing the patient game here. Throw on back. Again, I want to give a big thank you to everybody who makes this possible. Thank you to everybody who has been there and, again, continues to make this a very fun time. Coach, I want to give a big shout out to Coach Klunder from Waverly Shell Rock to Wartburg. He has gone from Go Hawks to the Knights, and he is just leading. He's just a leading person in general. That one a little bit high and inside for the ball. But, Coach Klunder, obviously, he talks a lot about what we do. And I got to say, he is as great of a coach as he is a human being, which is a big high praise for both. Runner takes off. There will be no throw, as that one was waved on and swung at and off, and kind of the best way to do that. Get a swing through there and don't give the catcher a chance to get it over onto second. And a chance with a runner in scoring position here for Decorah. And the look, he'll fire on home. Smith will throw too far on the outer edge. And again, we get to this point in the season here. Both teams know their postseason slate anyway. For Waverly Shell Rock, they'll be right back at home, and so will Decorah. That one goes inside and somehow misses them there. For the Go Hawks, they take on Nevada on the 10th. And that will be, a fun battle. Meanwhile, Decorah will take on West Delaware and trying to even that overall series. Again, brackets, instant reactions coming your way right here on the IA Sports YouTube page. Kay Nissen and myself dive into thoughts, reactions, and more. Of course, coming down the line here as that one is in there for the strike. We have Bodie Ray, former Marion star hurler on the mound and former Kirkwood star. He and his Kansas Jayhawks were in the Super Regionals here this year and nearly made it to Omaha. That one on a high chopper gets into the outfield grass. And just like that, it is Decorah to get started fast here. Runners now on the corners here with one down.
Batting for the Vikings, first
Heck of an effort there. As Ethan Kennan stepping on up, he blasted a 3-run shot in game 1, and he has a chance here with something big brewing. And he poked his 4th home run of the season, and now his 21 runs driven in. Would love to add on to that mark here. The empty count, and that one gets ricked into the right field grass, and that will be the first run of the game. First blood drawn here for Decorah. They pick up an early lead. It's 1-0 Vikings.
Up to bat, the designated hitter, number 9, Rex LaFrance.
So great work right out of the gates here. So runners now at first and second. And Rex LaFrance stepping on up, the DH. He was 0 for 3 in his first game. There's been, again, game 1 was Waverly Shellrock jumping out in the first inning, and now Decorah's kind of answering that here as they have poked across one early in this and have runners still in scoring position with just 1 down. Again, not a whole lot of varsity experience on the mound here for the Go Hawks. That one's sailing outside. Again, Schmidt does come into this one with just 3 1/3 innings under his belt in varsity action. And certainly he's, no matter what, the schedule doesn't necessarily allow for too many easy quote-unquote games. And he's kind of just has to be thrown into the fire with the schedule that they possess. That one that's a get-over strike here, 3-1. Again, more trivia question. I'll give you that again. Your chance to get a free batting donut, courtesy of the batting donut. Here's the 3-1. A swing through there, cannot connect, and a chance here for strikeout number 1 of the game. So far, it started with a Gus Pohl single. A pop out and 2 consecutive singles have helped to drive in the first run of the ball game. That one right back and foul. So a full count still remains. Again, these two teams formerly conference foes. Waverly Shellrock has a former NEIC conference member, was taken out and has been kind of independent. And again, awaiting their chance into the WAMAC. That one sent foul out of play. Meanwhile, Decorah looking to advance to that conference as well. So they are now considered past conference foes and potentially future conference foes as well. WAMAC starting to really increase after adding the likes of Grinnell in the past few years. This one hits high, and that one into shallow left field. Coming on strong will be Harris, and he'll capture out number 2. Here from Harms Stadium at Hartelt Field in Waverly. What a beautiful backdrop. Absolutely wonderful stadium, and absolutely a great night for baseball here, as Coach Kalunder mentioned, as he was joining us in game 1. And again, really always fun to get him on, always fun to talk with him. And it's just always a blessing when we get to have these kind of conversations. As that one is not in the zone, ball 1. Both of these teams trying to make their big push to the postseason. Again, Decorah faces West Delaware in their battle. Waverly Shellrock takes on Nevada in their first game. Schmidt with the pitch. That one in, has to check swing that one for ball 2. Game 1 was pretty brisk. Game 2 starting a little bit slower here, and a good thing for Decorah. They have a run here, and they didn't get their only 3 runs of the game until the 6th inning in game 1 of this doubleheader. That's a chopper out left, but foul. More coming your way. Again, Sioux City, Iowa is tomorrow. We have the Black Raiders at 33-2 on the season, or beyond that. They just have 2 losses on the year. They're taking on Bishop Heelan, and the throw over to second, trying to capture that out. That will be a fun one there. And again, we have a conversation with Bodie Ray all across, I believe, next High and Tight. Your chance to catch up on that conversation right here on the IA Sports YouTube page. And the 2-1 delivery. That one gets sent high, and that will not be playable. We stay, and right here, we move it to a 2-2 count. And Waverly Shell Rock looking for win number 21 on the year. As you can see from the banner behind you in center field, 2015 state champions over Harlan. Again, that one, a slow roller up the middle and a nice diving attempt. Won't get it. We'll get a runner coming on home for a stand-up score. And that is how it is now doubled. It's a 2-0 lead here for Decorah, as the Friends will go ahead and help out his own cause.
Batting number 6, left fielder Grant Knutson.
So with 2 down, and Weimer with an RBI single. Knutson stepping on up to the plate. And he'll send that one into left center field. Coming on will be Harris. He'll capture it for the first pitch, swinging out. Not before 4 hits. Helped to push across 2 runs here. Decorah finds themselves out in front early. And now, with Knutson going down on the fly out, it'll be time to bring you the bottom half of the inning when we come back. It'll be Wiedemeyer, Tibbetts, and Elsa Miller due up when we come back.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you jumping on and helping us here, joining us here for what is, a fun ride here between 2 now former conference teams, hopefully soon to be right back at conference in Decorah and Waverly Shell Rock. Bottom of inning number 1. After 4 hits, helped to push across 2 runs here for Decorah. They have on the mound Gus Pohl as Pohl donning the number 17 here for today. Has 7 strikeouts, 255 average here through 12 innings pitched. The freshman, not a ton of varsity action, but still enough to make him dangerous. And the 1-0 count starts to Jack Wiedemeyer. 1-0 sent too far out. In game 1, Wiedemeyer with a run driven in. He went 1 for 2, a single in the first, strikeout and a sacrifice. That accounted for his 3 trips. Is that one a strike on the outside? Decorah looking to try and keep this momentum going here early. And looking for win number 15. They're trying here. Both teams having to dip into that bullpen quite a bit here in game 2. Again, you got to worry about quite the lengthy slate here. Both these teams, it's tail end of the regular season, but they're trying to pull out all the stops and still keep their arms somewhat fresh for the postseason. That one is ripped out there into left field, as that will roll into the glove of Knutson for the first hit of the ball game for Waverly Shell Rock.
Number 4, center fielder, Garrett Tibbetts.
And now Garrett Tibbetts with a chance. Last time in game 1, Wiedemeyer and Tibbetts went back-to-back singles to start the game. And we'll see what happens here in game 2. And Tibbetts is having a senior year that a lot of people would clamor for. 50 total bases entering today's contest, has driven in 21 on the season, and he has done so through now 31 hits on the campaign. That one not quite in the zone here, a little bit out as we start the at-bat 1-0 from Hurdle Field here at Harms Stadium. And what a wonderful venue this has been. And honestly can't wait to get back here both as a collegiate game and, of course, more Waverly Shell Rock broadcasts as well. That one in there for the strike. Nobody out. We've just started the bottom half of the inning. A runner on first. And Waverly Shell Rock 35 stolen base, 36, on the year. And looking to see how aggressive they are early on. Bonner is behind the plate. And again, Tyler was behind the plate in game 1, so we have a new catcher behind the dish. Nicely done on the stop there. 3-1 now the count. We sit here from Hartel Field, home of the Go Hawks in the summer and the Knights in the spring. And that one gets away, but it is ball 4. Runners now stand on first and second here. And a big chance here for Tibbetts. He gets on via the walk, and a big chance for Elsemiller to step on up and do some damage. Elsemiller came in leading this squad with 30 runs driven in. He is an RBI machine, batting .377. He has 9 extra base hits coming into the contest. We have already 5 hits here, and we're just through, well, we're not even through a full inning yet. Into the bottom half of the first we are. 2 runners on, nobody out. We've started with a single and a walk, and now Elsemiller will look at ball 1. This, again, has the propensity to be a game that goes deep, and we have low scoring, or we could have a absolute big time, kind of a big time shootout. We'll end up having to see what happens here. Right now, Waverly trying to answer. That one well out of the zone here for ball 2. And Waverly Shell Rock once again taking on Nevada right here on July 10th. Might be a game, we'll see. Might be a game interested in catching here for the opening of the 3A, 4A postseason. Meanwhile, 1A, 2A postseason will happen coming on up this week. So the 3-1 count here. And it's already a 2-0 lead here for Decorah, trying to hold that lead. That one up and high, but inside enough. Counts it as the strike. A balmy, muggy, hot day out there, but still love to play some baseball. Waverly Shell Rock. And kind of the vest uniforms there as that one gets sent out there into left center field, and they'll make a push to get a runner to third, and that will happen easily. Meanwhile, nobody's covering second. The race to second is out. The race to second is out. Nobody was covering the bag, but what a play. Weimer heads up to see what was happening there. And again, Weimer, with a heads up play, trying to cut it off, make sure he's there, and ends up sporting a double play in the process. So the fly out does get a runner at third here, so there is something positive coming from this, but as now we get Chase Ryan stepping on up. Cash Ryan ready to do some damage here. He is a 2-0 count. And boy, that one was a close play. Again, that was kind of what you preach defensively. Get the ball in, get your cutoff guys there. But, I mean, Weimer, he won the race there. That was a race to the bag. They kind of dropped the ball with not having all the bases covered. And, again, it really helps when you have a guy with that kind of speed at second base. Helps you out. And here we are. What could have been runners at second and third with just one down has now turned into 2 outs. But a 3-1 count here to Cash Ryan. Swings through that one, 3-2. Both of these teams will again depart the NEIC, a conference which has produced up to today's battle just over 50 games as conference foes. That one too far outside. The 5-pitch walk will now put runners on the corners here with 2 down. Again, it started with a single and a walk, then the fly out from Elsa Miller as Go Hawks put pressure on, trying to advance the runner from second. And in the process, nobody was standing on first. And Tippett's trying to make his way over to second, got a beat in the race to second. And that's how we have 2 down. We have more action here as Waverly Shellrock trying to answer. Severson up at the plate. Oh, 0-1 with the count with runners on the corners. Waverly Shellrock has been huge, and nearly half of the runs on the season have come in the first 4 innings. And this is a series in which over 57% of the runs that happen between these two teams come in the first 4 innings. So this is right in line with both teams wanting to score early and often. We've already seen that aggressiveness here. So the 1-1 count, and the runner will take off, but there will be no throw. So runners in at second and third, and I really don't blame them there. When you have 1 out left, don't try and force it. Don't try and rush anything too much. Just try and get it in there and make it happen. Again, we've seen several fields like this. You have an all turf infield, but natural grass outfield. Absolutely love that. That one's sent searing out of play for strike 2. But it really, I like that. I like the best of both worlds there. Of course, I love an all natural grass field, but you gotta love what turf brings to the table. Not necessarily on a 95-degree blazing sunshine type of day. That does make it pretty hot on the field. As that one goes just over the neck of Severson. Severson on the year, 465 with 51 total bases. One of the top 3 marks on this squad, but he'll add that one via the walk here as now we get 2 runners on once again, now at first and second.
Ian Sedgwick.
And now we have back up Sedgwick back to the plate. His first time here in this one. He represents batter number 5 of the inning here. Already trying to, as we have bases loaded, trying to scratch across that run. It seems like it's been 2 outs for a while now. And the defense here from Decorah could very well make it a shutout of an inning. Here's the pitch. Swing through, can't connect there. We move it to 1-1. Your chance to continue on. Who is our performer of the week? Get your nominations through X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, iabaseball1@gmail.com. It doesn't matter. You can go ahead and get it in there. As that one dialed in for the strike. Get it in, and you could also get them to be the winner. Go ahead and you can vote as well. All you need to do is IA Baseball on Facebook. Go ahead and vote. Once we tally up all the nominations, you go ahead and vote. So hit us up either on iabaseball1@gmail.com or anywhere you can find us. We are actively searching through the messages, and we want to hear from you. Here's the 2-2 delivery. This one, a chopper, but that one goes foul. So it's already been a scoring effort here for Decorah. They've poked across 2 runs in the top half. And now Waverly Shellrock trying to answer here as we have a balk. Waverly Shellrock must have put a little bit of scare into him enough, and the first run of the game for them comes on a balk. And now runners back into scoring position, and we're right back at it here at 2-2. It seemed like, by my account, not much there, but enough to where he may not have been set all the way. And again, an illegal movement. And, of course, Coach coming on to have a conversation about that. And Paul not necessarily in love with that, but having, you know what, these coaching staffs, I got to say, they certainly do a good job of coming up and finding the teachable moment. And, of course, here for Decorah, leading the charge here for the Vikings, Alec Zwangziger. As he is, again, spearheading the efforts here for the Vikings. They will not go ahead and capture another 20-win season, but that's what they've been doing here pretty much. They've captured 3 20-plus win seasons in the past 5 years. And beyond that, that has been just kind of the part of the course, you know. This has been a perennial 20-win team. Again, last year, 23-8, a little bit different on the slate this year. But again, we continue to roll right along. Sedgwick with the 2-2 count. Certainly would love to put something in play here. Already 1 run has come on home via the balk. And the pitch sends that out of play, and we get right back to it. Already, this can set the tone. It's early, it's the first inning, but boy, it has taken quite some time to make this happen, nearly verging on 30 minutes for the inning. It has been a long inning, and this certainly, if you get any quick innings coming on up, we saw in game 1, you know, Decorah had 3 1-2-3 innings offensively, and it just kind of went... against them, you know, because they went all the way until the 6th inning before they ended up getting a second hit or scoring for that matter. And some patience at the plate as the walk here by Sedgwick has been drawn. And the senior officially picks up walk number 8 of the season to load the bases. So back-to-back walks, back-to-back walks, I should say, as Harris stepping on up. He has a huge opportunity in front of him here. Bases full of Go Hawks. And a chance to do something huge here. The junior, 235 on the year, has 20 total bases, has driven in 7. But boy, you poke one into the outfield and you're plating at least 2. And the next pitch, that one gets away and the runner is coming on home. There will be no play at the plate. It is a 2-2 ball game. And just like that, Decorah's lead has vanished. It's now a 2-all tie. And right back at it here with a 1-1 count goes the number 7 hole man for the Go Hawks, and Harris. So again, from Harm Stadium at Hartel Field in Waverly, Iowa. A great backdrop here. The kind of in limbo conference, Waverly Shell Rock going against NEIC conference member in Decorah. Again, both, I believe, as my sources tell me, are set to be conference members once again in a different conference. And the pitch, that one, a chopper out there to short, and it eats him up. And that, you can tell, that eats him up inside, as that officially gives Waverly Shell Rock the lead. It's now 3-2. So the error will plate 1. And now the 8-hole man in Armstrong with runners on first and second. And, you know, it just goes to show that you can put the pressure anywhere you so see fit. It's just one hit here, as that one is looped over the pitcher, and that will be how a single happens here for Armstrong. Boy, that one was hit in the only spot right there that he would have gotten a single out of that. I mean, that is the very definition of a seeing eye single, as we now have runners at every base here for the Go Hawks. And we are now on to the number 9-hole man in Perkle. Wow, that one was certainly fun to watch. It's a hit 'em where they ain't, as that one is lifted, and that will find the fair grass out there in left field. That plates 1, and that gets another on home. It is now with a stand-up double here from Perkle. They've added 2 more into the mix. It's now a 5-2 ball game for the Go Hawks. I mean, what a turnaround this has been. Decorah has to feel a little bit gassed right now. They poked across 2 in the top half, 4 hits, and they were rolling. But most of the damage done here, as there are 3 hits here for the Waverly Shell Rock Go Hawks. There has been 4 walks in the inning. That has been the biggest damage. As Perkle drives home 2, gets onto second, and we are back here with inning number 1 to the top of the lineup, and the runner gets on a home, as that will be another score here. Again, Armstrong crosses the plate for run number 6, and boy, this is starting to get out of hand here pretty quick. The Vikings have been shocked now. Just 3 hits for Waverly Shell Rock, and most of the damage has come on the 4 walks in the inning. So a run scores with Wiedemeyer back up at the plate. He singled in his first trip here in this inning, and now witnesses a 2-0 count with a runner on third. Two instances of bases loaded here. And this has been just absolute inning to forget here from Decorah. Both of these teams, again, know their postseason path. Waverly Shell Rock starts against Nevada right back here. Decorah gets to go back home as well, as they will go ahead and take on West Delaware. And now the pitch. This one gets set high, and that will be out of play here for the strike, make it a 2-2 count. So, boy, game one was all Go Hawks up until late. And it started here. We are nearing 45 minutes in just one inning in game two. And it started out with Decorah really feeling hot, but the winds have come out of their sails here as they have watched their 2-run lead evaporate into now a 4-run deficit. That one gets away, but the runner hesitant. Perkle is going to come on home. The throw will not happen, and Perkle comes around to score. He scores 2 on an RBI single and scores himself as he crosses the plate for run number 7. And gosh, this inning, if you're Decorah, just has to end at some point. Again, 15-run rule after 3, so we're well under that so far, but a crooked number here as Wiedemeyer back onto the base pass via the walk.
Up to bat, number 4, Jared Tibbetts.
And Tibbetts back on up. He flew out to center his last time up, and that's where you had the double play. And that seemed like forever ago. That was in the second batter of the entire bottom half of inning number 1. And it has seemed like a heck of a timing and then some. And if you're a Go Hawk fan, this has turned out to be kind of a little bit in par. We've seen several games from the Go Hawks in which they just jump out early. Again, most of their runs, that one gets hit high. But we got to pause for that one. That one's going, and that one is out of here. Home run, Tibbetts. He sent that one on a 1-0 count, sailing over the left field fence. And that is how you add even more flair. That is a long shot. Tibbetts adds more to the mix. And what a way to celebrate there. Get that jump in and have some fun. It's a 9-2 ball game. Tibbetts with a heck of a shot. His 4th home run of the season. And he plates 2. Wow, what a shot. 9 runs have come in the inning. And gosh, if you're the Decorah coaching staff, you got to think, man, what's the line drawn here? And obviously it's right now. 9 runs in an inning. I know you have the rest of the game to go, but you got to be careful because this is a Go Hawk squad, very, very capable of jumping out on you. And you could find yourself down 15 very quickly. We're going to take a quick break as a new hurler is announced. We'll get you all that information and more when we come back right here on the IA Baseball Network.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations. We have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
.62, Coach. 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Rex LaFrance is doing the duties here on the mound here for the Decorah Vikings. And as we take a look at his time so far, the freshman with 8 1/3 innings under his belt, 6 strikeouts. The team's hitting .314 against him, and he is coming into an absolute fire of an inning right now. 9 runs, both teams with 4 hits so far in the inning. As we'll zoom you out, and we'll go ahead and bring you into what has happened so far. Again, it's just been 1 inning. We're not even done with that inning. Both teams with 4 hits apiece and 1 error here for Decorah. Waverly Shell Rock plates 9 here in the first, a very, very crooked number. And again, just 1 error on the game so far. And that error helped to bring home some more runs. So again, what a game it is turning out to be. Waverly Shell Rock on pace for win number 21 of the season. Meanwhile, Decorah, unless they can change the tides here, would be on the hook for loss number 13.
Number 7, Jack Elsamiller.
And Jack Elsamiller back on up. He flew out to center his last time up. Again, Elsamiller was the one who flew out and started what gave the 2 outs of the inning. He flew out to left center field, and then you had Weimer beat Tibbetts in a race with nobody covering second, and that's how the 2 outs happened. Since then, it has been nothing but Waverly Shell Rock scoring one after another. 5 walks in the inning. That one not helping the cause out. By the way, the United States has scored, and they are already up early over Botswana. That's Botswana, I believe. The 1-1 as we're back into baseball here, that one gets sent out into center, and that one will roll all the way near the warning track. Not a whole lot of action out there in center field as a stand-up sliding double, I should say, here for Elsamiller. Gets his first hit of the game. It comes in his second at bat here of the inning. And we'll have a pitch runner here as Luke Roos, the senior, steps on up. And now Cash Ryan, he walked last time up. 1 of 5 walks. And he takes a look at strike 1, swings through strike 1, I should say. And 9-2, and it is just the first inning. We're nearing an hour for 1 inning of action. That one was nicely done behind the plate. Bonner with an absolute good snag there. That one might have been a ball, but called strike. So some good glove work behind the plate as we continue to roll here. Here's the 0-2 delivery. The front sends that one too far out and away. And again, once you get, the one thing that you have to remember here is these teams play a lot of games, right? And during the week, you have a lot that you have to look out for. That one fouled right around his feet, keeps the count at 1-2. So, you get into a point where you have guys that may not throw the ball all too often, and they're called upon to do it here. And so it's got to be a track meet, an offensive track meet here, especially if you're Decorah. You have to find out that track meet here soon. It starts, though, with getting out of the inning. And it's been 2 outs for near 30 minutes. It has been one of the longest first innings that I believe we've seen, or maybe even the entire state has seen. Here's the pitch. That one goes high at 2-2. Nearing an hour in the inning, and we are having quite the day if you're Waverly Shell Rock. The swing through that one gets the strikeout, and that is how the inning has ended. 5 hits, 9 runs. There was a mammoth offensive output here from the Go Hawks. They take the advantage here as we head into the top of inning number 2. And when we come back, it will be 8, 9, and 1 for Decorah. Due on up when we return.
Sportsmanship means doing what's right, treating your opponent with respect, no matter the score.
The guy across from you works really hard to get to where he's at, so you should respect him, respect all the work he's put in.
It always goes back to the golden rule, you know, treat people how you would like to be treated.
I'm sure if you play sports, you've been around people who are unkind during the sport, but it makes it better and when everybody's kind. You're out there playing a sport, you're out there to have fun. You can still want to win, but always be kind. Remember, that's a human.
Nothing you can say from the stands is going to change the call that they make on the field. No matter how hard you yell at them, they're going to stick with the call on the field. So it doesn't really help much. But what does help is encouraging your team when they're down, when the call doesn't go their way. Instead of yelling at the officials, try to help encourage your team and get them out of the funk that they're in, and try and get them in the right direction.
Welcome on back. It is inning number 2. And 45-minute first inning now gives way to a check swing and called strike. 0-2 quick here. Decorah certainly wants this to be, as that check swing is hit foul and out of play, nearly off the dugout. Yeah, dear Decorah, the good news is you have the rest of the game to try and claw your way back. Get out there. You've already shown the propensity to get some hits. Already 4 hits. I mean, so they're down just by 1 in the hit column. So they can do it. That one, though, is for strike 3. And the first strikeout of the game here for Schmidt. Strike number 4 of his season. So first strikeout there brings up Logan Kennan back to the plate, or should say for the first time. It's been quite an inning. 45 minutes, 11 runs, and the strike there. Yeah, and they're trying now to lean on their number 9 hole man to get things rolling, but he finds himself quick in an 0-2 hole. You know, it's still, again, I know it seems like this could be a big blowout, but right now, the way it stands, Decorah still has the rest of the game to try and get something rolling. That one lifted into right field. That will be caught out there by Severson as he will get it in and capture out number 2. Quickly down, and you know what? The top of the lineup here is back at it. And a chance here. Chance to still do something. I mean, they went through 7 batters in that first inning. So they have the chance. They can do it again. That one check swing, but knocks off the bat. So strike 1. Again, game 1, a little bit closer, 6-3. The 3 runs for Decorah coming in the 6th inning. So for most of the game, it was a 6-0 lead. And here, as that one is ripped right side, a one hopper to the second baseman, and a nice throw over to first will get him. So we're going to have to pause our action right there as a 1-2-3 inning here for Decorah sets down the Vikings. And we're back at it here as we get to the bottom half of inning number 2 coming on up. And when we come back, Severson, Cedric, and Harris due on up. We'll be right back.
Sportsmanship means doing what's right, treating your opponent with respect, no matter the score.
The guy across from you works really hard to get to where he's at, so you should respect him, respect all the work he's put in.
It always goes back to the golden rule, you know, treat people how you would like to be treated.
I'm sure if you play sports, you've been around people who are unkind during the sport, but it makes it better and when everybody's kind. You're out there playing a sport, you're out there to have fun. You can still want to win, but always be kind. Remember, that's a human.
Nothing you can say from the stands is going to change the call that they make on the field. No matter how hard you yell at them, they're going to stick with the call on the field. So it doesn't really help much, but what does help is encouraging your team when they're down, when the call doesn't go their way. Instead of yelling at the officials, try and help encourage your team and get them out of the funk that they're in and try and get them in the right direction.
Welcome on back, ladies and gentlemen. We will give you so far what's happened. 9 hits so far, 5 belonging to Waverly Shell Rock, 4 to the Decorah Vikings. It's been all Waverly Shell Rock. A huge first inning here for the Go Hawks, puts them in command. And the Friends back out on the mound here for Decorah, trying to keep this one at bay. Severson leads it off and takes strike 1. It's been primarily, up to this point, you've had all but one at bat be a hitter's count. That one is right up the middle, but played perfectly out there by Weimer. He'll get it over to first and nab the out. So nicely played there, as good defensive shift would get the out. And now Sedgwick right back up to the plate. He too walked in his first trip. And 1 out pitch. That one, a high chopper. Catch there behind second. The throw is got at him. What a play. Newman with a heck of an effort here, grabbing that ball behind second base and across his body with the throw. That's impressive, and it is deserving of out number 2. And boy, if you want to reclaim momentum here, that won't do it. But certainly those plays the defense has made has helped that out for sure.
Armstrong.
And now as Harris gets hit by a pitch, Armstrong back up into the mix. Again, he singled his first trip. And he did quite a bit onto the base pass, came around to score. He's got a runner on first and fouling that one out. And the Go Hawks, a 2015 champions here. It's been 11 years ago, but still a lot of people, including Coach Klunder of the Wartburg Knights, remembers a lot about that time. And he talked about the similarities between that squad and what we witness here in 2026. That ball getting away and runner really big round around second there. The pass ball. And as he rounds, he is very generous on that turn, but no throw over there to second. And you can see second base right in line with second baseman Weimer right in line with the base right there. That big gap over between second and first. They're going to try as much as they can to really work towards that pull side. And if you are, again, right now, if you're Armstrong, let that ball come in, take it as far in as you can, and if you can, shoot it left side. We will now have a runner on third as he escapes to just one stride away. And we have a 2-2 count. And boy, at this point, you have to be as stingy defensively. We've seen some good plays for 2 outs, but the last inning, in fact, we had 2 outs. There were 9 runs scored. Here's the 2-2 delivery. This one gets flared out there into right, having to come on. The dive is not successful, and that will plate run, and now Armstrong will move on over in a sliding attempt to second. He'll go. An RBI single credited to the 8-hole man as he will plate one more. It's a 10-run ball game here for the Go Hawks. Advances over to second here on the throw. A heck of a diving attempt by Berlin and right, but just could not catch it enough. It looked like it just squeaked out of the glove. And as a result, one more run crosses here as Perkle back up. He drove into his first trip back in the first. He represents batter number 5 of the inning, which started with 2 quick out, 2 great defensive plays by Decorah. And since then, it has been hit by pitch, RBI single. Again, some wild throws have advanced the runner, and here we go. Decorah hurting themselves a little bit here. They have just 1 error on the book right now, but a lot of mental errors have hurt them. Arm Stadium at Hartel Field here in Waverly. A nice pitch, but not quite. A little too high. Ball 2. 6 hits here for Waverly Shell Rock, 4 for the Decorah Vikings. It has been nothing but offense after offense after offense. That one dives in for the strike there. Waverly Shell Rock has just not given up. I mean, they have been effective. They have waited. Again, we had 5 walks in the first inning, but they've also been able to push across a number of different runs with the hits. That one too far outside, just a hair out. So the 3-1 count now. And the Go Hawks trying to potentially end this one early. They need several more runs to end it after 3. Again, 15 after 3, 10 after 5. The pitch. A check swing goes down to, no, actually, he'll count it as a strike. Again, the corners of the plate really are, I think they've been fairly consistent up to this point. We have a 3-2 count, so something is going to happen here. We either put 2 runners on or we're going to get some action here. And the pitch. That one sails too high, and that will be ball 4. 2 runners now as the top of the lineup comes back. Perkle with his second trip onto the bases there. And Jack Wiedemeyer, who is 2 trips up, he's singled and walked. He represents batter number 6 of the inning. It started with 2 out, and then 3 consecutive batters getting on base has now lent us a plated 1 here. This one gets sent high. This is playable out there and right. And that will come down into the glove of Berlin for the out. But again, 2 outs, and Waverly Shell Rock works some magic. They plate 1. It's now a 10-2 ball game as we head into inning number 3. And when we do, we'll come back with 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup for the Vikings right after this.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we go ahead and give you a brand new inning to work with here. We're in the 3rd. It has been all Waverly Shell Rock here as we get a strike onto the 2-hole man in Gavin Knutson, who has popped out in one trip so far. That one ground ball left side, a good pick, and across the diamond run it goes. No. That one, I was already playing it out in the head. That one I'd consider an error as it gets through. As both teams now strike one on the game, and now Kason Tyler steps on up to the plate. A runner on first, the leadoff batter. Second time in 3 innings now here for the Vikings. So 1 ball, 1 strike now the count here. And that one's in there for the strike, 1-2. With a game that has been all, a 2-game slate now that has been all Waverly Shell Rock, Decorah trying to get back into this one here. They are close to being, to moving to 1 game shy of just 500 on the season. Something we haven't seen too much out of a Decorah program in quite some time. Here's the 1-2 delivery. The pitch, that one goes too far inside, and he has to wear that one. He'll be wearing that one all the way, and that hurts from up here. So if there is a chance to try and get a rally going, and an error and hit by pitch. And that looks to be what could start something here for the Decorah Vikings. And the guy up right now at the plate is a guy who could really change the tides here. Ethan Kennan shot his 4th home run of the season in game 1. He has 2 runners on and nobody out. The pitch right off his hands here for strike 1. Again, Kennan on the year has, as we mentioned, a strong campaign and done a whole lot. The sophomore 328, he has 18 runs driven in coming into the contest. And right now he has 9 extra base hits tallied on the season. The 1-1 count here. Schmidt on the mound, and he hurls that one, chopped well foul for strike 2. Wartburg campus, we're on site here, Harms Stadium at Hartel Field. Absolutely a wonderful venue here for some baseball. It is night baseball in the spring, Go Hawk baseball in the summer. And it absolutely is a wonderful venue, and we're glad to be here giving you this 3A battle. And 55th time these teams have faced in the all-time series. Waverly Shell Rock has 37 wins. So the 2-2 count and the pitch. That one gets lifted high. That one's going out there into right center field, but coming on strong, and a good catch there from center field. The runner does move on over to third, but Tibbetts tracking all the way into the gap, in the alleyway, I should say, to grab that one. So that will put runners on first and third now with 1 down. Double play depth, most likely here for the Go Hawk infield. And, of course, what's their, the question is, what is their propensity right now? Are they going to try and thwart a stolen base? Are they going to try and allow a run to be given up? I mean, what's the leeway like here for them? That one, a chopper right side, and hugs the line, but hugs it foul. And that was again, as we have the Frentz now. The Frentz had singled his first trip up. part of a 4-hit effort in the first inning. That one ripped right side. They'll throw it to second. The exchange back to first, and they got him. The double play gets him out of any jam there. Heck of a play by Sedgwick. That is how you play ball, ladies and gentlemen. Gets him out of anything, and that keeps the score the way it is. It's a 10-2 ball game with the Go Hawks right back at it when we come back.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Really appreciate MacArthur. Thanks for joining us here. I brought and listening from Redmond, Oregon. Really appreciate that, man. It makes me feel a lot better, and always goes a long way. So appreciate the comments. Thank you very much. And we're back at it, ladies and gentlemen. We start. Garrick Tibbetts thought he was hit by a pitch, and was. But he was deemed that he leaned into that one. So all it does is add a strike to the count. And we're back at it here. Tibbetts continues on. Here's the pitch. This one on a chopper out there. A good pick from short. A ways to go, and he gets them. Tibbetts a little trip there on the way, but he ends up solid, standing back up. But boy, what a play by short. Again, Kennan with an absolute cannon. He has some range there. I hope everybody's watching him, because he is putting on quite the clinic here defensively. A heck of a play. And now first pitch from the fence gets set high. That one's going. That one's carrying. And that one's gone. The first pitch he sees in the at-bat, he takes it out of here. Elsa Miller adds another to the run count. What an absolute bomb that was. No doubter off the bat. One of the top catchers in the state for a reason, as he goes ahead and he adds his 5th home run of the season. It's now an 11-2 ball game.
Number 22, Cash Ryan.
That one had a lot of height. Thought maybe for a second it wouldn't quite get on out of here, but nonetheless, it sure did. Elsa Miller with a big long shot, again, 5th of the season. As now Cash Ryan steps on up to the plate, the 1-0 count. And he'll, again, address his team. Again, everybody for the Go Hawks really showcasing where the pitch is, where they're laying off, where they should not. Every pitch seems to have some type of meaning to it. That one gets hit high. That one will be playable out there in left center field, but that will drop. That will drop and be a stand-up double, so back-to-back extra base hits. And Ryan will pick up his first hit of the game. And now Graydon Severson is getting his chance. Eight hits overall for the Go Hawks. They're looking to add another one with Severson coming on up here. They have a 9-run advantage. It has just been, honestly, what was a really good start for Decorah has turned quite sour. And the pitch swings through that one and couldn't connect here, 1-1. Weimer, you can see defensively not going too far from the bag here. There is still that wide open gap between first and second. And that's one that continues on through the pitch. I mean, he's not moving very much. That one, a high chopper up the middle, right there past the second base bag, and the throw will get him a nice tag for out number 2. Gets the runner over to third. But again, a masterclass by Kennan at short. And that is exactly, if there's any bright spot that you have right now here for Decorah, you have put up 5 hits, but defensively, you oddly enough, you have played some good ball. Sedgwick swings through that one for strike 1. They've already plated one here on the Elsa Miller long ball. It's been, again, same thing as game 1. They've scored in every single inning so far. That one sent back here for strike 2. It just has been one of those games, one of those doubleheaders. If you're Decorah, you still can find a way back into this. You just can't have those 1, 2, 3 innings. Those are going to kill your momentum and get you back into it defensively. And you got to find a way to get those runs coming, and you got to start it now. Waverly Shell Rock is not going to stop, so you just got to outrun them, out-hit them. You got to out-duel them at this point, and right now, Decorah having a little bit of a tough time offensively. Defensively, they've made some pretty good plays, a lot of them coming from Kennan at short. He has had some good marks. Again, it is a young team. There's a lot of sophomores and freshmen that are dotting the lineup. And so it is something where you just got to have to take your lumps here and there. And speaking of lumps, Sedgwick will take his lump as he'll get onto the base pass. And, stop me if you heard this before. 2-out production here from Waverly Shell Rock. So hit by pitch, and now Harris, who also was hit by pitch, he's coming up, and we have a courtesy runner here in Hudson Sundberg, the sophomore. Part of this lineup here, Sundberg without a stolen base credited to him. Again, just 35 or 36, I should say, stolen bases on the year for the Go Hawks. Not a whole lot of action for them. But they've been able to really put bat to ball arguably better than anyone else. That one sails a bit on him. One of the better teams, especially in the area for that, as that's a 1-0 count. Again, catch us all over on social media, Facebook, Instagram, X, right here on the iSports YouTube page, and ibaseball1@gmail.com. Swing through, couldn't connect here, splits it now. 8 runs, 11 hits for the Go Hawks. 5 hits and 2 runs here for Decorah. And Decorah started it out with a 4-hit first, pushed across 2, and it looked like this may be a completely different outcome in game 2. That one, a chopper that hugs the line, but hugs it the wrong way for a foul ball. It looked like, and again, shame on me for jumping ahead here, but Decorah has the capability of also jumping out and taking the game. And they were looking like they were on track here through the first half inning. But a 9-run bottom of the first has really blown the doors open. 11-2 with the score. And Waverly Shell Rock threatening here after already poking home 1 run in the inning off of a Jack Elsemiller home run. And that is how we will wrap it up. So a strikeout there happens to wrap up the 3rd inning. But a Jack Elsemiller long ball shot gives him his 5th home run of the year and an 11-2 advantage here for the Go Hawks. They're going to take it into the next inning as we come back here for the top of inning number 4 coming on up. And when we do, it will be Weimer, Knutson, and Berlin due up here for the Vikings when we return right here on the IA Baseball Network.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting your kingdom.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Lucas Weimer kicking things off as we bring you back into the scoreboard here. And again, each of the 3 innings so far, Waverly Shell Rock has answered that one. A shot on over to third. A good fire across the diamond, but not in time. Not in time. A heck of a leg out here by Weimer. He picks up his 2nd hit of the ball game, and that was all leg on that one, as that was an atom ball to the hot corner, and Ryan with a good throw. Unable to catch him there. And just like that, off to the races here go Decorah. They're picking it up here quickly. And Weimer stands on first, a chance with Knutson up next, 0 for 1. And if there was ever a time to try and snatch your way back into this one, this has to be where it starts. And you have a great momentum starter there as they kept safe on the base pass there. Again, that was a huge hustle. Down by 9. That's a really tough task to ask these guys to get back into it, and they've done just that. Here's the pitch. So 1 ball, 1 strike with the count. The Go Hawks looking for win number 21, but Decorah looking to add win number 15 on the year. It started with an 11-run first inning, and it was not equity that happened. Both scored, but 9 runs from the Go Hawks compared to 2 here for the Vikings, as the throw down to first squeaks away from the glove here. And then the Go Hawks continue to play more, 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, and every time even 1 run crosses, it just adds another mountain. And I know that 1 run is 1 run, but still. That one gets lifted left side, tearing it down, and that will be in. That one hugged the line just right, and that one looked like it was destined for foul territory, but a nice seeing eye single here from Knutson. Now has 2 runners on, and back-to-back singles has this Decorah team in chance here. Elliot Berlin back on up, 0 for 1, but he'd like to continue the hit train. Despite the scoreboard right now, this squad has 7 hits in this ball game. And they barely scraped across 4 in game 1. Trying a pickoff move there. That one gets away. And now finally the runners will take off. The runner to third will get in there safely, as well as at second. The slide is good. But boy, that took a long time to develop, or at least the decision to be made. I mean, Knutson on at first was ready to go. Weimer was not. But all for still the same thing. They both get there safe, and we still have runners in scoring position. And that one sails a bit high. We start the at-bat here to Berlin, 1-0. Schmidt has been but not broken here. 7 hits, only 2 runs allowed. That swing and a miss will go for a 1-1 count. So there has been plenty of, plenty of action happening. That one in there for a strike. So trying to find a way to get back into this one. They're looking to find the outfield grass here, but that one will not help them out. That's strikeout number 2 on the day here for Schmidt. And that was a big set down as Logan Kennan steps on back. He is 0 for 1, but they just have 1 down. So the possibility is open. You know, even a sacrifice fly is in order here. That one right up the middle. The good pick, and he'll fire on over to first. The bouncer will get there in time, but in the meantime, it's a run scoring here for Decorah as they start to scratch their way back. It's 11-3 now.
Back to the top of the lineup, number 17.
So they do give a run in exchange for an out. And coach looking to head up there on the mound. Don't know if this is going to be a conversation to remove him. More like, hey, maybe it will be. They will not be tempting fate here. They are going to make sure that they try and keep the foot on the gas pedal, so to speak. And they're going to bring in Garrett Tibbetts. So it looks like Tibbetts will come in. Harris looks to move over to center. And it looks like Armstrong is coming in left field. So Tibbetts, the new pitcher, trying to settle down a Decorah push. We'll see what happens when we come back right after this on the IA Baseball Network.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations. We have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
.62, coach. 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Garrett Tibbetts. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if you get the chance, hit us up, iabaseball1@gmail.com. Plenty of ways that you can help out. And, hey, join in the conversation. Tibbetts, 21 strikeouts through 16 innings. He gets a swing through for the top of the lineup here in Gus Pohl. Team's hitting .208 against him. He has allowed just 8 walks, just 5 earned runs during his time. That one gets away, though, and the runner is coming on home. There is no play, and just like that, Decorah keeps things interesting as they plate run number 4. And a wild pitch ends up scoring one. And just like that, Decorah not going down easily here. Plating 2 in the inning. with 2 down, and that one too far inside, and that'll catch him. So now after being hit by a pitch, we bring up Gavin Knutson to the plate. So a batter hit by pitch. We have a wild pitch. And again, you take advantage of the opportunities that you can. As the pickoff attempt not good there. So right now you got to think, man, what could be different here? I mean, again, you have game to go yet, right? You have some game left to go. You have the opportunity ahead of you. What are you going to make of it? That's the big question here. You got to be able to go out there and got to continue this push. The next pitch swung on and not quite connected for strike 2. Trying to get through, and here's the 0-2 delivery. That's sent back. Excuse me. With a runner on and the pitch. Wisely lays off that one. This has got to be the kind of at-bats here. Even if you get to 2 strikes, work that count. Keep finding that error as that one gets away. But Sedgwick with a good run. And, of course, Pohl does not want to tempt fate there. Every out here for Decorah is more precious than what Waverly Shell Rock has, simply for the standpoint of you have so much more, you have to add so much more per out. That one is a mile high, and that will come down and into the glove out there of Perkle as he will secure out number 3. But not before Decorah makes it interesting. They play 2, and it's an 11-4 ball game. And with Knutson popping out to second, now we will head on into the bottom half of the inning to bring up 8-9-1. 8-9-1 due up next for the Go Hawks when we return.
.62, Coach. 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
Student council really was a good opportunity for me to understand myself as an individual leader and understand the best way for me to help other people.
Student council provides you with these skills that will last you not just through high school, not just through college if that's something you want to do, but for the rest of your life.
It's much better to face those obstacles now and learn how to overcome them so that when they take that next step, they already have some of those skills in place to cope and overcome and become the best version of themselves that they can be.
Being in a place where you feel like you belong and finding kind of your voice is so important.
By being around other leaders, you really soak up all of that leadership, and it just makes you want to become a better leader.
There's people out there who have a capability for change and are willing to go out and create that change. And if I associate myself with them, I'll be a part of that grand scheme of things that's bringing positivity and positive change throughout the state.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new pitcher to tell you about, as we will have Kyan Hoffendahl in his first varsity appearance on the mound. So a green mark on the mound here for Decorah. They're going to try and stop what has been an offensive surge here for the Go Hawks. They played in 9 in the first, 2 runs apiece in the second and third, and they find themselves, the Go Hawks, up just a little less here in the bottom half of the inning. Again, appreciate you coming along for the ride. Andrew Brown here, giving you all the balls and strikes and everything in between. The hits, the walks, the absolutely earth-shattering bombs here. And we've had 2 home runs here across the 2 games so far. In game 2, Jack Elsemiller deposited his 5th home run in beyond the left field fence.
Leading off for the
Again, this is a
number
collegiate
17,
level field,
Ross
and in
Armstrong.
order to hit that one out of here, you have to hit it a mile. Armstrong up here, he's a perfect 2 for 2, singled both in the first and second innings, but also drove in a run back in inning number 2. He has his opening up to him, shoots that one left side, and boy, that was close. That one hung all the way until about a foot before third base, tail down into foul territory, and it's just a loud strike 1. I mean, one of the things that you want to do here, again, this is first on the mound varsity time for Altendorf. As the breaking ball not in there for ball 1. You definitely want to just go ahead and make competitive pitches. I mean, at this point, you just got to be competitive, put it out there, and again, at the very least, let the defense try and do the work, because we saw what happened with a 5-walk inning. It led to 9 runs in the first. You don't want that to happen here, obviously. You want to keep that momentum that you did with a 2-run top half of the inning. That one low, and that one goes for ball 3. I mean, as painful as it may seem, you just got to put the ball in play. You just got to let them put it in play. We saw in game 1 what happened when the little speed was taken off. You saw a lot of balls hit way up in the air, and quite frankly, still do. That one is laced out of there to third, a good pick, and all the way across the diamond he goes. That was a heck of a play over there at third by Kaysen as he secures the out. And now we move on here to Perkle. So great defense here for Decorah, and that has kept them up, and it's got them back into this game a little bit anyway. I know it's 11-4, but it still is worth noting that Decorah has 7 hits. They've had some really good defensive plays, and you put enough of that stringing together enough, you're going to find some good outcomes here. And again, on the mound is Oftdahl. Oftdahl again, first time on the mound here in varsity action in 2026. And here's the 0-1 delivery. That one gets set high, but that will not be worth the camera view. That sends into foul territory. And we quickly go to 0-2. It's been rather speedy of the last 3 innings. I mean, all comparatively to that 45-minute first inning. So 11-4 is our mark. That one is right up the middle, and a nice play. He got it right past the bag, almost. Oh, wow. You just kind of want to give him the out after that one. Kennan was past the bag, and again, that would have been his second time, but I was counting that into the outfield grass already. I mean, that's still a hit, but man, what a play. Perkle with a hit that gets into the hit column, hit number 9 for them on the game. There's a runner at first, and I'm still kind of shocked. I thought that was a heck of a play, and it didn't result in the out. So now we continue on with the top of the lineup in Jack Wiedemeyer, who is 1 for 2, walked back in the first, singled also in the first, ground out in the second. The 1-0 delivery. And here's the pitch. Too low on that one. And we have our 2-0 count. Again, brackets will again take both of these teams back to their respective homes. Waverly Shell Rock back here on the 10th against Nevada. And meanwhile, the Decorah Vikings take on West Delaware. And again, that matchup's not easy. West Delaware took down Marion earlier this year. So that's a tough one. So if you are Decorah right now, the rest of your regular season has to be in lieu of trying to take down West Delaware, a team that certainly may look on paper like they're struggling. That one, a ground ball that hugs the line and gets there and finds its way for a seeing eye single. The Go Hawks string together some hits now, back-to-back singles, and Tibbetts gets the chance to come on up. He is 1 for 2, walked in the first, and also had a 2-run home run as well. And the pitch coming on up again. Tibbetts had that big towering home run in the first to bring in 2. And he watches that one go for ball 1. 1 down, 2 runners on. Again, trying to cut off what has been momentum push here for Decorah. That one sails outside on him. And, you know, it's just one of those where this Decorah they're fighting back here. Again, it's a young team. And I got to say, for a young team up against what is a seasoned and really hardened WSR squad, I mean, they're holding their own. It's tough to feel like that with the score being what it is, but they're holding their own right now. They have 7 hits, and they've had some really good web gems. Tibbetts has to watch that one for chin music in ball 3, but you know it's a tough game. It really is. This game could change in an instant, though. And we still have some more room to run, right about middle of the game so far. And if Decorah gets a couple outs here, they get a chance to get back and get some more runs in. That one sails outside, though, and a 4-pitch walk loads the bases. And now Jack Elsamiller up.
Number 7, Jack.
Gosh, if you didn't want Tibbetts up, you definitely don't want Elsamiller up. He is one of the top 5 rated catchers in the state of the latest IA baseball position rankings. And it's really easy to see why. We have a courtesy runner coming up.
Courtesy running from number 3, Taylor Peterson.
Again, Elsamiller headed to Central following his time here. A Central commit. He's showing that staff exactly today. That one gets shot to left. That one gets away, but caught on the back end. The throw to third. They did not get the force in time. The slide on in there, and Elsamiller captures another run driven in, his second RBI of the game. So, I mean, that was a miss by Case in that third, but Newman with a heck of a stride deep, almost to the grass to get that one, and had just enough time on it to get a sling over to third. Just couldn't quite capture the full out there, and in the process brings home a run. So now it's a 12-4 mark with runners again at every single base, as Elsamiller once again picks up his second RBI of the game, and Cash Ryan steps on up, and they're having a quick conversation out there. conferring whether that was an out versus not. I mean, that was a close play, and you saw it on the screen there. He is deemed safe. But boy, that was a really close play, and still, that's about the 5th really close, amazing play that Decorah has made. They have been close to 5 absolute web gems, and they've made really good plays elsewhere. So you think if those 5 connect, maybe we have a different ball game here. That one's sent too far outside here, and we start with ball 1 here to Cash Ryan, who has walked, struck out, and doubled in 3 trips. And he got a bases loaded situation here. And the pitch. That one sent foul out of play. The sophomore, 28 RBIs on the season. If he connects in any way here with one down, if he gets it one airborne, it doesn't matter. It's bringing home number 29. The 1-1 count here. The Go Hawks have played it at least one in every inning so far. That one tries to find the outside corner, and I don't blame him on that, but he's, excuse me, having trouble catching that outside edge. And if you make it a non-competitive pitch and try and find too far inside, you might end up regretting that pitch quite a bit. That one too far in, and we have a 3-1 count now. This is where it gets really tricky here. This is where you really cannot. You got his U.S. scores goal number. No, I just kidding. Just kidding. U.S. men's do not score goal number 2. They're offsides. And that one gets fouled back. So if you're also a soccer fan here, the U.S. up 1-0 over Botswana. And I can't remember the other half of the name there. But they're considered offsides on the goal. And here we go, 3-2 at the count to Cash Ryan. Swing through, just enough of that one to keep them alive here. They only need 2 more runs to get ahead by 10, and which would be grounds for early ending after 5. They have 11 hits to push across 12 runs. Both teams sporting 1 error on the game. And here's the full count. This one gets lifted. That one's going. That one's going. It's taken off. And that one is caught at the warning track. Holy cow, that one looked like it was going for days. But I got to give credit to Cash Ryan. That one does bring in the 13th run, and I was ready to deem him a home run swinger right there.
Number 21, Braden Severson.
So it does give 2 outs, but again, plates 1 more. As we now bring up Severson to the plate, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. So runners on the corners here. Nobody looking to take off just yet. The swing through for strike 1. And again, Decorah's trying. Every run takes a little bit out of their sails here. Waverly Shellrock trying to end this one early. Runners on the corners. And again, that was just I think the longest out that you'll ever find. That one is shot foul. That one was caught right on the warning track. So you got to give credit to Berlin. He went every bit as far as he could go, catching it just shy of the fence. And that was impressive. Again, goes to show that this is a sound defensive squad for Decorah. Their offense just hasn't quite caught up. But then again, I say that, and they have 7 hits here today. So, it just is one of those games that gives you a lot of peculiarities. That went in off the knees here for ball 1. Again, this game, which started about 7, nearly 2 hours in, it started with a 45-minute first inning. And we have continued to trek on through here. That one goes inside, and there was nowhere to go for Severson. He had to watch that. That's the 4th hit batsman of the game here. The 4th hits batsman, and we do have the U.S. takes the lead here in the World Cup. It is counted. The goal does count. All right, free kick, and that is how we go. So the U.S. now is up 2-0. It's now a bases loaded situation here for Waverly Shell Rock as we bring up Sedgwick to the plate. And the pitch goes too far inside and tags him. And just like that, 14 runs. And now it's a matter of, hey, you have to get this out. You have to get it out because you don't score any more in the next inning. This game is done. So with another run coming on home, Sedgwick being the 2nd hit batsman of the inning. And now Harris comes up as batter number 9 of the inning. 3 runs have been plated in the inning. And that one is shot out there. A good pick at third. They'll get the force out at second, and they will end the threat. Boy, that was a good inning here for Waverly Shell Rock. A near home run, but still they bring in 3. And they blow this one open. It's a 10-run advantage, and Decorah has one more shot to try and edge their way back into this one. When we come back, it will be 3, 4, and 5 due up in the order. And we're coming right back after this. But don't go anywhere because we have Insulates. If you have an electric fence out there, guys, I tell you, I implore you, check out Insulates. Simply because they're the LED insulated light that you can see from up to half a mile or more away. It truly is simple. It picks onto almost any type of post out there. You run the wire right on through it, and voila, it's that simple. See, it goes with the pulse of the fence. If there is no pulse, there is no light. It really is that simple. You can pinpoint where a break may be occurring or where something may be going wrong, or if your box just isn't working in the first place, all from the comforts of your vehicle or your own home. It really is that simple, guys. I urge you to check them out today at insulates.com. So we get back at it, and as we transition here to the top half of the 5th, Decorah is in trouble. They need to come up with at least one more run to just keep the game going here. And Kason Tyler is in charge of starting that up. Fouls that one back after going 1 for 1. He was hit by pitch in the 3rd, singled back in the 1st. He is tasked with getting a rally started here. Decorah started with a 2-run top of the 1st, and they plated 2 more in the last inning, and that kept things going, but WSR has been relentless in their pursuits. That one gets lifted left side, and that one will be into the glove out there in left field. Harris will capture the out.
Next to bat, number 23, Ethan Kennan.
Ethan Kennan is the guy that they need to break through here. Honestly, however you want to pick your poison, we actually have a pitch hitter. Just kidding. It'll be number 28, Noah Alexander, the freshman. And Noah Alexander has 4 at-bats or 4 games played so far this season. Really curious as to why their top threat with the bat is taken out. That one goes for ball 1. Tibbetts back on for the 2nd inning of work. I mean, you're in need of a lot of runs here. I don't know if and I know Decorah is never in it to try and get it done early. And that one goes too far inside. It just really is puzzling. Newman, excuse me, yeah, Newman. He's a guy that can hit the ball out of the park. We saw it here in game 1, and he put them in a position to get back into it in game 1. And now we find out that he's being pitch hit for. I don't know if something is wrong, if there's a little bit of injury risk, something going on there, but very odd to see him come out of the game at this point, even with the 5-pitch walk. So we get a walk here, and now we get Rex LaFrance. Just kidding. They're changing it up on me as Carter Riley gets stepping on up. His 8th at-bat of the season here. 286, has a couple RBIs. Looks like they're just going to have some replacements come on in and try and finish out this one. Of course, you can still bring, in high school baseball, you can still bring those original guys back on in. That one sails a bit on them. Excuse me. 14-4 our score. 11 hits here for the Go Hawks. And 7 hits here for the Vikings. This is a game that's, again, right from the get-go, was basically claimed the Go Hawks. But Decorah still trying to fight their way through it here. That one fouled off the end of the bat here, 1 and 2 still. Again, 3A, 4A brackets have been released. IA Baseball will go ahead and give you a rundown of instant reaction here. Some of the matchups that we like seeing and a whole lot more. And the pitch swings through that one, and it is strike out. And I believe strikeout number 3 here for Tibbetts. And so now we're going to have another one come on up. It looks like we might have we're waiting for a new hitter here. Would be in place of Lucas Weimer. We'll see if he ends up. I don't think it will be him. Nope. Looking to find the number on him. Looks like number 10, if I'm not mistaken.
Up to bat, number 10.
Landon Quandal, the junior, with just 2 at-bats under his belt. 1 total base. And they're down to an out here. They need to get something rolling. That's a ground ball foul. So he's coming up there trying to prove himself for sure. But it does seem like they have, they are trying to, they're just kind of sending it in, I guess. I know that they never usually do that. Maybe it's a time to get some of the younger guys or those who don't usually get their chance some reps here. Right now, they are just 1 strike away from having this one go for a Waverly Shell Rock win. Here's the pitch. The swing through, and that does it. That captures it. It is the 10-run rule in effect. Waverly Shell Rock comes through with the win as they capture it with lightning in the distance. And a much-needed early win there, as that would have just delayed the heck out of things. So perfect timing there. And with that, that's the win here for Waverly Shell Rock, bringing in win number 21 on the season. And they go ahead and capture the win here tonight. And meanwhile, here for the Decorah Vikings, they fall to 14-13 on the season. Hey, we're not done yet. We're coming back, and we're going to wrap things up after this.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need more than just a contractor. You need a team that you can trust. And at IA Sports, we trust Lion Exteriors. They deliver expert roofing, siding, and exterior solutions built to last, because your home deserves the best. With quality craftsmanship, honest service, and stress-free process from start to finish, they make upgrading your home simple and reliable. Whether it's storm damage, a full roof replacement, or a fresh new look, Lion Exteriors has you covered. Contact Noah today or visit lion-exteriors.com and tell them IA Sports sent you to schedule your free inspection. Lion Exteriors, protecting.
Oftentimes when you have an injury or fall and you're concerned, your first thought is to go to the emergency room. But with DMOS Urgent Injury Clinic, wait times are often a lot less and you can be seen at a lower cost.
If you know that your injury is related to bones, joints, muscles, ligaments, it's a great place to start.
From sprains and strains to fractures and even lacerations. We have 3 clinics for urgent injury that you can be seen at, and we have fantastic surgeons that we can consult and refer to when necessary.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Go Hawks are winners here in both games today. We'll bring you out to the look of the 2015 championship banner there. Let's take a look at the inning-by-inning work here. It was all Waverly Shell Rock from the start, and they continued it on. They played at 9 in the first after Decorah came out and looked like they were going to really put a game into this one. Instead, a 9-run answer here from the Go Hawks put it in favor, heavily in favor of WSR from the early goings. Waverly Shell Rock did not miss a beat. They scored at least 1 run in every inning. 2 runs, 1 run each across the second and third innings of work. And, of course, they played it 3 in the bottom half of the fourth. And that was all that was needed. They absolutely were on a tear today. They had 11 hits to push across those 14 runs. Meanwhile, Decorah, you can't hang your head too hard on this one. They still put up 7 hits. They pushed across 4 runs in the process, but it just wasn't matching exactly what WSR brought to the table. The Go Hawks now turn their record to 21-5 on the season. And as we check briefly their schedule that's coming on up, their schedule for the rest of the regular season anyway will look like this. They tomorrow, or on the 3rd, I should say, will take off to Cedar Falls and go up a class to take on a top 6 ranked team in the Tigers. They'll be back home for the rest of the regular season following that. They take on a home battle against Clear Lake and then a home battle against Waterloo East on the 7th. Meanwhile, for Decorah, following today's action, they are going to continue to be road warriors. Charles City on June 30th was their last home game. They're going to end the regular season at Clear Lake, and that'll be again on the 2nd, and then they're off until the 7th, and they will be at Waterloo West before they come back on home to take on the sub-state final or sub-state first round on the 10th. So that is a look at the road ahead, brought to you by The Batting Donut. Check out The Batting Donut anywhere you can find them at The Batting Donut online. Again, check them out today. The simply delicious way to sweeten your swing in chocolate, pink, and blue frosting. Of course, 9 and 16-ounce varieties. Check them out today at thebattingdonut.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, the heart of this one was early and often for Waverly Shell Rock. They jumped out, they got it, they got the win, and they walk away winners here in this one. We're going to go ahead and say sayonara. Really appreciate you joining in. Thanks for listening to us all the way from Redmond, Oregon. Really appreciate it. And as always, thank you guys, because we never know when the final time we're going to be able to call these games are. So it really means a lot that you go ahead and listen in and really engage. So appreciate it. For right now, though, thanks again. Andrew Brown saying sayonara, so long here from this one. Waverly Shell Rock, winners in both games. And we'll see you next time. Stay safe on the base pass. Thanks again, everybody.